Morning everybody, this is session 1, we have session 2 in the evening. This is on a module on the warm-up routine involving the foam roller. My name is Alan O'Connor, I'm a physical fitness and conditioning coach, recently qualified from Setanta College. I have a background in athletics and GAA, and I got a bad injury in 2000, so I decided to go into training teams and so on, and then I decided to go on and do this degree course to perfect all the skills that should be brought to young people and older people involved in sport. As a pre-activity, I sent you a questionnaire by email to ask you about the foam roller. None of you knew about the foam roller before, so you're totally new to this whole new system of training. It originated 10 years ago in Australia through a masseur over there who wanted to find an idea after he treated these athletes when they go home to do their rehab, when they come back to him, they should be more improved. And he actually started with woven kind of piping, obviously there's a hole through the middle of it, 4-inch woven piping, and he got them to roll out in that. And he found that by doing that, they improved way quicker and the recovery, and they were back on the pitch quicker. And he was working with a top AFL Australian Football League team, and the results were phenomenal of them getting back playing quicker. So obviously the manager and the coaches were happy with that. But by looking at the foam roller, what do you think it can do for you? You don't know.
Well, you can take it home, just handy.
Yeah, it's very easy, and it's like having a massage at the tip of your fingertips all the time. Because it's there, it's easy, as you see, it's small, you can throw it there under the bed and roll out. Even for anyone, I've specified that it's for sport, but anyone that's sitting at a desk every day or doing a sedentary occupation, they could also use the foam roller, because it relieves all tightnesses in the upper area, down the cervical area, into the thoracic, down into the lumbar area of the spine. So it's very good for that as well. But and also today, our objective at the end of this will be to design a training session and a warm-up through a foam rolling leading to a dynamic stretching routine, which we will cover then in session 2 in the evening. So this is only the start before they go out onto the pitch, the players. But as I said, this can be used by everyday people as well. But for the player going out onto the pitch, he has to, it's like a pre-warm-up leading into the warm-up and then onto the pitch. So what do you see a warm-up for a team going on playing a match? What do you think about when you hear of a warm-up? Yeah, it gets it up. And does it start slowly and move through a faster phase? And when do you think it would get up to pitch intensity?
Just right before the game.
Just right before the game. And how long do you think a warm-up should last before a game?
10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. 10 to 15 minutes. You see a lot of people, a lot of trainers doing too much before, expending too much energy, and it's psychologically, people get tired more than physically before a game. Their mouth dries off and everything, they're tensed and they're nervous, and some guys you'd be heading to the toilet a lot before games. And I've seen players in dressing rooms getting sick before games, physically getting sick, and still going out onto the pitch and giving a masterclass performance. Some people are different to others, everyone is not the same. So if I could get 4 volunteers up, just to show you what can be done with this. Okay. So basically there's 2 grades of foam roller. There's the harder grade and there's the beginner grade. So I'll start you off with the beginner grade, but basically put it down. Okay, and we'll just roll out the back, just for the start. So all you do is you just roll out nice and easy on your back, forward and back. You go right up to the top of your shoulders, forward and back. Nice and easy. Now, after filling out in the questionnaire, I also had an injury section in it for anyone that had injuries. And I see, Paddy, you had a back injury before, so how are you feeling on the foam roller with rolling out, or is it sore in any area?
Yeah, my lower back.
Okay. Well, that could mean that there's a lot of tightness there as well.
Yeah.
Now that could be coming from your gluteus maximus, which is your actual bone muscles. Okay? So if you go onto your glutes and you just roll out your glute nice and slowly. That is a very, very powerful muscle in your body because it is the one that drives you running, kicking, jumping, walking, everything comes from here. If that's tight, your back will be tight. Also will lead down into your hamstrings and down into your calves. So you just roll out on that as well, and obviously the other side. And then you actually go down into your hamstrings. Now to do the hamstrings, I prefer to put one leg over the other so there's a bit more pressure. So you're just going from the back of your knee up through your hamstring, rolling to the outside and the inside of the hamstring. Now I see Tim, you went from the questionnaire, you have a lot of hamstring injuries when you were playing sport.
Yeah.
How's that feeling now on the form?
Tough going in.
Okay. So there's still a bit of tightness there.
Yeah.
You haven't sorted it out yet.
No.
Well, if you did this self-myofascial massage every day, it should definitely improve.
Alright.
And then you switch on to the other hamstring. And then down into your calf. Nice and easy along your calf. On the outside of your calf and the middle of your calf. It takes actually a bit of getting used to, and also you can see that you're actually you're levitating a bit off the ground as well. But you'll find that you will find a little spot. And if you find a spot, you'll just dig into that, basically. And that will help that area. And then you switch on to the other calf.
Can you do any more damage? If
No.
you have something you can't really damage?
No, not with these.
Right.
Now, if you went to someone that was rubbing you
Yeah.
improperly with a massage,
Yeah.
they could do more damage because
That's what I
they're
was
going in
wondering
with their
They don't.
elbows and
Yeah.
thumbs and, with this, no.
No.
This kind of get rid of lactic acid as well.
It does, yeah. It's very good for recovery after games as well. After games. Particularly if you're in a long car journey even. Getting out of the car and everything is tight, they're very handy. And last but not least, we'll just do one side of the iliotibial band, which is the banded muscle going up from the out. Now this is one where people find very sore because it's an area that's not stretched very much. This actually pulls on the inside of your knee and leading into your hip. You just roll up and down.
And is there any wrong way to do it? No.
No. No, and that's the beauty of it,
Yeah.
That is the beauty of it. It's very easy to use, and it's, as I say, it's at your fingertips at home. Okay, lads, thanks very much.
And would that be for all ages then to do that?
Oh yeah, particularly for young, because what happens with a lot of kids go through a growth spurt, and everyone is different. Girls generally go through a little bit earlier than boys. They hit puberty a bit earlier, so you're going to be girls will be about 12 or 13, boys will be 14 or 15. And they go through a thing what's called a peak height velocity, which is the maximum growth rate they go between in that area. And at that stage, fellas get very tight. You see young fellas going around, or girls, they're kind of awkward about themselves. 6 months later, you see a girl or boy, and they're fine strapping, and they're all after going through that growth spurt. So it's very important that they stretch at that area of their life, because it prolongs their career going forward, and also their postures are better going forward as well. After lunch then, we'll be leading it into a dynamic stretching routine. Have you any idea why you would dynamically stretch before a game?
So big,
Yeah. But there's two types of stretching, dynamic and static. Static is hold stretches for longer. Dynamic is just walk through your stretches like this, or your hamstrings like that. Why would you do that before a game rather than having fellas lying on the ground, relaxing before a game, getting stretched? Yeah, because what are you going to do in the match?
You're going to be dynamic.
Yeah, you're going to be dynamically moving. You're going to be moving all the time. Whereas after the game, you're going to go home and sit down. And that's why you would dynamically stretch before. So, going back to the objective then, I hope at the end of this training session that you'll be able to design your own warm-up through the foam roller. We will be, after lunch, we'll be dealing with the dynamic side of the stretch going through the warm-up, and that's basically it. So, if anyone have any questions?
With the exercises you showed on, would you do kind of 10, repeat 10,
Yeah.
on muscle 10?
Yeah, you could do 30 seconds on each area.
30 seconds.
Yeah, so then you say there's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, that's 4.5 minutes. So I have a handout there, and for all the pictures, and it gives a pictorial description of them all, and there's also an evaluation sheet on how you get on with the course this morning.